It's the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. I'm John.
I'm Amanda. And just like that, season 3 is here. And after giving us about 5 minutes to love it, the ladies went on a press tour that rivals Wicked in terms of sheer cringe.
RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10 is in the middle of its second bracket, and the rigor mortis is real. Luckily, NPB FAG is finally getting the recognition she deserves.
And Tyler from Teen Mom is using his phone for more than taking selfies lately as he joins his wife, Caitlin, in a catfishing scandal.
All that and so much more on this week's episode of the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. Hi guys. I don't know why I was expecting your last line to end with some kind of punchline or something, but it just was catfishing scandal. That's why I was like, okay. Hi.
All right.
Hi friends. Hi Julie. Hey Jody. Hey Heather. Hey Florida Stanley. Hey Mendisha. And hey Aurora's Nostril Treats. Bree baby. Hey girl.
I just said to John, Jody's here, and I'm like, she's in here to stir things up. And he's like, oh, you think it will? And I'm like, she's low-key trolling me. Hi, Rebecca's here.
Hi, Rebecca. Guys, you'd think every week when we're like, oh my God, we've been so busy. I mean, I just have been really actually busy to where this morning when we were trying to come up with things to even talk about, I'm like, what am I gonna, I genuinely don't know, but.
Not a lot happened.
Good shit has happened or is happening in the pipeline. Okay. Hey, Monique. Hey, girl.
My refrigerator just broke this morning. On the same day that I decided
to unsubscribe.
Yeah, I officially decided to stay here another year and rent. And I thought to myself, just because you have the money doesn't mean you have to spend it now. So it was like the universe was saying, yeah, bitch, you couldn't have afforded to buy a new fridge and washer and dryer in a month. Stay another year. So I am. Okay.
I'm happy for you. Guys, what I would like you to do.
Do you want to get into
happy birthday, Penelope Pupcake.
Oh,
happy 16th birthday, baby. Happy sweet 16, Penelope. We love you. I love all dogs. In fact, I watched a man was carrying a dog down the street, and I literally almost started crying because I was like, what's wrong with this dog? Is it okay? Where's he taking that? Anyway, guys, follow us right now. Hit subscribe, hit like, hit share, copy link, please. I think the number one thing that would help us is sharing. If you'd like to leave us a review, please do, but mild clarification. You are not able to leave reviews on YouTube, but you can leave it on the podcast places. So if there is a confusion there, to our friend who was listening, is that you, Julie, who left us a voicemail, or is it someone else?
Voicemail. I think I understood it more than John did, but
I think I understood it more than
Amanda. An iTunes review, but it is hard. It is annoying to do that.
I think they meant on here. So can you let us know if that was you? We all know Canadians get fridges without. Okay. Yeah. Girl. All right. I'm already getting distracted.
Yeah, let's just we've done let's housekeeping. Let's head on over to
the Patreon. Real housekeeping is that we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/pod in the city. The crazy thing is that this week it all aligned so serendipitously for because it's June. Just because it's June. Hopefully that doesn't get us a copyright thing. But
I didn't think of that.
There is an amazing Pride episode of Vanderpump Rules, the second episode of the entire series, and it is action-packed, baby, just like the clubs in WeHo at this time of year for Pride Month, baby. Also, make sure that you are checking out. With Patreon, if you go there right now, you can get half off through tomorrow if you type in AJLT with the promo code. Try it. You might like it. Also, we're doing, guys, I think this is why I'm discombobulated. We changed our drop schedule. We have a new live on Friday. This Friday, same time as this live. Baby, come check it out. Last week, it was actually really, really fun.
I loved it. I really did love it. And we had a really good turnout. Better than Wednesdays.
We did. And just like that is back, baby. And I will say, the more that it sits with me, the worse I realize it is.
I really don't like it. But Rosie, you just got to remember how good Rosie was.
Rosie was my everything. I cried watching Rosie.
Yeah.
Also, since it is Pride Month, help a gay out. Go check out my Open That Doll YouTube and TikTok, because I am building currently a Bratz drag club on my TikTok and YouTube. So please follow along.
By the way, our episode is already dropped. We're dropping our main episodes now on Tuesdays. And so you can go and check it out. And we're actually gaining some traction. We always kind of assumed we'd get a little bit more viewership once the new season started, and it actually worked for us. There you go.
Thank God. You know, crazy that people want to watch videos on things that are like just dropped a day ago as opposed to ones that dropped 20 years ago.
Before they were born. Okay, well, let's get into hot topics, shall we?
Yeah, because big news.
Get it while it's hot.
Topics. I feel like I'm a mess today. There's a lot going on. Guys, today, the Wicked for Good trailer drops officially. Because what they're doing is they're having like a re-screening of Wicked 1. And then at the end, I believe, or maybe the beginning, they're playing the preview for Wicked for Good. And then immediately after, it's being put online. So like, I was worried they were going to leave it in the theaters and make us watch some bootleg thing that someone had pulled off the screen. No. And in fact, they have presented like
they made a trailer for the trailer, which is outrageous.
Okay.
I
will say though, this at least was gratifying. The one that we talked about, last week or the week before, where it was a broken window.
Oh, yeah.
And it said that was for the 6-month anniversary.
Yeah, that was just saying 6 months from now. Yeah, and you're
cracking a window.
And yeah, there's going to be another press tour with Cynthia and Ariana. Yeah, you're going to have to go through that again soon.
Honey, you guys, Wicked Watch 2 is coming. Wicked
Halloween.
Watch 2 Electric Boogaloo is
coming. So are we just going to switch to Glinda and Alphabet for this Halloween? You get your
that
whole
is
house
our Halloween idea.
Yeah.
The problem is there is a possibility I might be in Hawaii.
Well, you were in Disneyland last time. So.
Yeah, but I think being in Hawaii is a little more challenging. So we'll have to see.
She's in there trolling. Jody said John thinks
you're so right. She is sidetracking me. Jody, thanks for being here, babe, though. Thanks. You bring the action. Is that what it's called? Anyway.
Yeah.
Here's what happened, God, in this like preview. They showed like a costume. They basically start with Elphaba, but we'll start with Glinda because to me, now that I'm looking at this photo, I'm going to go back to my stance before that. I think Ariana is alarmingly unwell.
Well, I think she looks better here. I also
look at her chest. I'm sorry. She looks
that aside, I love her. I know it was noticeable to me how lovely her facial expression was.
I would agree. And I think she, in the costume and everything, I like this look better than the first look. And I'm sorry for talking about a woman's body and face and everything, but like Jody, her and Cynthia, we talked about it. Anyway,
we don't need to talk.
Next, we had Cynthia, which baby, this one got me. She's there, and her move here. My fake bald spot is appearing again. She does this.
Yeah.
Everyone's comments are like, "This is the first trailer that I've seen that just looks AI." People like are thinking
it kind of does.
But the most important, I'm sorry,
for Joan month,
Jonathan Bailey. Fiero! Guys, I'm gonna need you to listen to the Wicked soundtrack, the Broadway cast recording. First of all, listen to For Good. Because I'm still every day, you guys don't realize, every day I'm driving down the road and I'm just like, God, people don't know Wicked they don't know the song For Good. Like, they don't know that line for Good. For reference, in the And Just Like That episode, there's a whole moment. Check out those episodes if you guys. One thing I'll say about Jonathan Bailey is he's looking good in this. Bach is looking whatever.
Yeah, we were saying right before we got on is that we both saw something where somebody because Ariana Grande is also
breaking news.
Meet the what?
This is breaking news.
Breaking news. Ariana Grande is about to be in Meet the Parents 4 as I don't even honestly I want to see that though. It'll be funny.
I'm gonna guess like Robert De Niro's granddaughter or something.
Maybe she's I don't know. Is she like young enough to be Ben Stiller's daughter? Well, either way, we'll figure it out. But she would
probably be his granddaughter.
Her male counterpart is like really hot and, as you said, married. So, but I saw a TikTok that was like, "Hey, Ethan Slater, you got what is it? 30 minutes or 15 minutes?
30 minutes.
You got 30 minutes, Ethan, because, honey, after the Wicked press tour is over, I think Ethan's out of here."
Hi, Sarah. Aaron, getting Wicked and the Thirst Traps all in one. You're right. And you know what? I do want to keep this in our brain. This summer, the new, what is it? Jurassic Park something, which looks insane because the whole premise here is that they're on an island of like mutated dinosaurs that are like being crossbred with stuff. But Jonathan Bailey is playing the baby girl part. He has little
baby girl
wire glasses.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is playing the badass bitch part. And so this movie, I don't even care if the reviews are bad because we get a badass bitch and we get Jonathan Baby.
God. Jesus. All right, calm down over there. Let's move on to the end. And just like that, Joan, can't get enough of this thing. And Just Like That is back. Let me actually put up you didn't put up the picture. We were going to make one of those like really like chuggy YouTube covers with our faces on it. You decided against it?
I personally don't like the way it looks, but what I'm thinking is I might do that for the live one.
Oh, great.
And then leave these like more visual representation.
Evergreen. Love it. Okay,
so we go through phases here. Okay, so here's what happened on Just Like That. First of all, Carrie wore that butt-ass ugly hat that is taking the internet by storm. We see it here. She references in one of the interviews that it was based on Neapolitan ice cream. You know, this dress looks like this very old-timey. She's like, you might not have heard of this before because, it's before your time. Mind you, the interviewer's like probably 30. I don't know. And she's like, there used to be this ice cream called Neapolitan ice cream. So this, and the interviewer, I'm sure, like the problem here is Sarah Jessica Parker is so out of touch of like going to a grocery store because they still actively sell Neapolitan ice cream.
In a box.
This is though where I'm just leaving this here because this is where the entire press tour is going. Out of touch, stupidity. That's kind of like, okay, girl, your guys' show is not good. I'm sorry, it's bad. Someone actually left us a comment where they wrote, it's terrible, I can't even do it or something. And I
feel sorry for them.
I commented back and I was like, do you mean us or like, and Just Like That? Because
they haven't responded
either way. So what did you think here, Amanda? What was your...
Okay, well, they're doing... Okay, this is the most shady one, this one. Oh, you also put a picture of Nicole Ari Parker with you.
Because I realized we talked a lot about this necklace.
Yeah.
This bowl filler necklace, but we didn't ever really have a strong reference point.
They made a wicker.
Does this look like a real necklace that you would buy at a store? In the comments, y'all, please.
And then go home, put on an apron, and make a full dinner for your family while wearing this.
In like this outfit that looks, I bet you this looks like it's embroidered fabric. Like, imagine getting a single spot on that. You're fucked.
I decided on our episode that no one in this show has any sensory issues. Never had a sensory issue in their life because they're wearing bangles, like studded earrings to sleep in, like all this shit. So anyway, but here. This is exactly what I'm going to talk about. Thank you, Julie. Kristen Davis and Cynthia Nixon have been saying shitty things in the press about Samantha as a character as well. You haven't seen that, Joan?
You're
looking at too many butts on TikTok.
My thing is like, I'm proud of myself for enduring watching and just like that twice in a week because we do now have to watch it kind of twice. I'm not getting into the press because after that Neapolitan ice cream shit, I can't, girl.
Jay Schwa is here. Hello. Pierre
hey, Jay Schwa.
Jody, did you watch it? Did you watch it yet, Jody?
Watch what? The episode?
And just like that, what we're talking about right now. Okay, they did this press tour. It's this one. This is, I caught her face. Look at these faces. So this is after the interviewer said, so Samantha, like, wouldn't it be nice? This is to Cynthia Nixon. He goes, wouldn't it be nice if, Miranda caught back up with Samantha and Samantha gave her some advice about being a lesbian? And Cynthia goes, no, I wouldn't. Like, okay. And then it cuts to Kristen Davis being like, the more I think about it, I just feel like Charlotte and Samantha, like, yeah, they hung out, but like, there was like a couple episodes where like they kind of like help each other. But like, other than that, like, they didn't really have anything to do with each other. I'm like, what is this interview? So they're both throwing shade at Samantha. And then, which is like,
please, I'm becoming pissed off. I'm just even hearing that is making me now pissed. Thank you, Jody. Please, guys, everyone listen to our recap. It's out now. And yes, Rock is in this season and they have already too many lines. I'm gonna need them to shut up.
And then I guess they're also doing this like weird, this is fucking cringy too. This round table thing where all the ladies are together, like playing, I don't know, drinking and playing cards or something. But here's one of it where they're just reminiscing about old episodes. And it's like listening to recaps of shows that you know really well, but the co-hosts don't, like, they kind of know stuff, but it's like so frustrating. So like that's what this is. It's like them being like, oh, Hungover Miranda, and Cindy's like, oh my God, that was like, I love Hungover Miranda. And you can tell that they've all haven't seen that episode since it aired. So they're all just kind of talking about Remen. And it's like, this is not interesting to me. And it's frustrating because I know way more about the show than you guys do.
Maybe I'm being a bitch, but like, feels kind of like they're trying to just do nostalgia bait.
Right, but we don't need that.
They're just trying to make it as close to Sex and the City. They changed the logo. I mean, they outright changed the logo this season to emulate the Sex and the City. I mean, it looks like our Pod in the City one that I emulated.
That you stole.
I'm done talking about Anne just like that because guess what, y'all? In 2 days, we're going to be live talking about it.
Rosie won't be there. I want Rosie to be in every episode. But, Cynthia and Kristen, not a great look. I just think in general, they should all be like, God, Samantha helped shape this show to what it is today and made it as popular as it is, and leave it at that. Be okay with Rebecca
that.
says they're pissing on the original text. Miranda is a Harvard law graduate who they made an intern. I can't. I mean, we know they're getting better with Miranda's character. Now, speaking of people who look,
should shut the fuck up.
All of us love Samantha, even if like people are team Sarah Jessica Parker, but like all of us, I think, are still kind of team Kim Cattrall. But here's somebody that pretty much everyone turned on, and it's Patti Lupone. She's back in the news this week because over 500, probably more now, Broadway stars signs letters urging Tonys to ban Patti Lupone. So she made a apology statement. But you know what is wild is that how quickly people are now rerouting back, and they're like, this is so big of Patti to do. And I'm like, you guys are going to stay mad a little longer? She's immediately forgiven.
Something that I've learned in my quest against all of that, trying to be, anti-racist and being enlightened, is that this apology that she's given is not one for us to accept. And all the people online forgiving her instantly. Y'all, she didn't do anything to you. Are the people involved, like Audra and Keisha, are they okay with it? That's the real answer. I think
they're going to continue to kind of just be demure about it, which is even funnier because they're like, I'm above this. I'm above this shit. And no, I don't want to. Let me read this really quick. For as long as I have worked in the theater, I have spoken my mind and never apologized. This is changing, or that is changing today. I am deeply sorry for the words I used during the New Yorker interview, particularly about Keisha Lewis, which were demeaning and disrespectful. I regret my flippant and emotional responses during the interview. Mind you, this interview was like her and this guy chilling. It's not like he was getting her fired up. She was literally just talking and she got emotional. I regret my flippant, which were inappropriate, and I'm devastated that my behavior has offended others and has run counter to what we hold dear in this community. I hope to have a chance to speak to Audra and Keisha personally to offer my sincere apologies.
Are you sorry though?
I think this is pretty much the reach out, by the way.
Are you sorry? Or are you sorry?
Yeah, she hasn't said she's sorry. I wholeheartedly agree with everything that was written in the open letters shared yesterday. From middle school drama clubs to professional stages, theater has always been about lifting each other up and welcoming those who feel they don't belong anywhere else. I made a mistake. I take full responsibility for it, and I'm committed to making this right. Our entire theater community deserves better. Patti Lupone.
My opinion is we'll see what Audra and Keisha say, but I'm still like, I think that it's okay for Patti to look inward. I think I said that the last time.
I think this is very Ellen-ish, where like, oh, the world figured out that you were kind of just a dick, and now you kind of have to walk it back a bit, and then everyone kind of just forgot about it. She'll get cast on Broadway for sure. Probably next season she'll be back on Broadway.
Well, ultimately, I'm glad because we had the ultimate weigh-in on this, and Honey Boo Boo dubs Patti Lupone Patty.
God, you really fucked that up, Joe.
Fucking read. Honey Boo Boo, because this line shouldn't exist. This is a sentence that does not need to exist ever. Honey Boo Boo dubs Patti Lupone Patty.
Because someone decided to ask her opinion on this, and she's like, I don't fucking know.
Girl.
She's like, that girl Patty. She goes, that other girl Patty.
It's Drag Race, y'all. And I will say, Drag Race Season 10 has been so far probably the most engaging All-Stars, except maybe All-Stars 2, that we've had in a while, because new shit's happening all the time. And then like in a week, next week, we're going to have new people. So exciting. And then they're going to come together. Now, Chapel Roan was on it. We'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the episode, they've decided they're going to do this point system where like the 4 people who aren't in the top each get to give away a point. All right. And I know a lot of people are on Love Mistress Isabel Brooks. I think she's good. I like her too.
She seems mean.
But she played some bullshit this week on Nicole Page Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm going to need Mistress to take several seats because she is still being like, guys, it's a game. And the people online are starting to piss me off. I've said this now multiple times. I have to stop reading comments and watching some videos online because they get me so heated. And then I realize it's a 16-year-old.
But would you agree, though, that TikTok is different? Because sometimes when me and Jody send stuff back and forth, we'll send a TikTok and then we'll send circled comments, because the comment section in TikTok is where like all the comedy is. Do you not agree with that? Oh,
I think it's hilarious. Yes. Like, I actually think it's very funny. But when you watch a video where it's like, Mistress is just doing the game and all of that, you know what? I agree on that. But the way that she did what she did. Okay, so basically they're sitting there and she's like, oh yeah, sister, like, because Nicole Page Brooks, Mistress Isabel Brooks, they're like, oh, you're gonna keep it in the family. You're talking about
now. I didn't even know
you're gonna keep it in the family. And Nicole was like, you know what? Maybe I'll trade it with Carrie because I can trust her then more, or whatever. She ends up, though, because Mistress is like badgering her, she gives it to Mistress and she's like, okay, bitch, great, trade me mine. So then Mistress waits and gives it last, and then gives it to freaking, she gives it to Georges, and then Georges gives her theirs. So then Carrie Colby and Nicole Page Brooks got nothing out of that
Yeah.
transaction when they were lied to, told that they would trade with them.
Don't
So
do that.
here's my thing. If you didn't want to get, see, this is where I'm agitated. If I was Nicole Paige Brooks or Carrie Colby, I'd be like, you're a fucking bitch and I hate you till the end of time. There's no coming back from this kind of bullshit because you lied to me. You outright lied. If you would have just been like, we'll see how it goes, but you full on said, I will trade you. So then I give it to you and then you don't give it back. I would jump across the fucking couch and choke your ass out because I'm getting heated just sitting here and I'm not even on the damn show. But if you lied flat to my face, you know what I'd say? You want to get popped?
I don't want to get popped. I don't want to get popped.
La la. La la.
Lala.
I don't know. I was so agitated by that.
Lala's wearing isn't she wearing like an appropriation-esque like Louis Vuitton like silk scarf around her head when she's saying that in big hoops? You want to get popped?
She's sitting on the floor, living room floor. I've never, you don't say you want to get popped when sitting on a living room floor.
And Ariana's like, I don't want to get popped.
I also, those are the moments I just love Katie. Ooh.
Oh, scared. Okay, well, can we talk about my girl, please? Oh,
Chapel was on.
I have a Chapel Roan t-shirt arriving on June 7th. Wearing 4 days. I love it. I'm so excited. I love her. So I don't like music, and I'm obsessed with this girl. This is like my Kesha for Janelle Evans.
Can you guys hit like right now? If you like Chapel Roan, hit like. Chapel Roan was like the guest judge.
Outfit. I
loved the outfit. Loved it before she went into the workroom and talked to the girls, and she actually seemed happy. You guys, I know online people are like, "Oh, so she like actually is nice to drag queen, or just drag queens." And Amanda and I were talking about this before, and she's like, "Oh yeah, people online are being like, oh, she was only nice to drag queens," and both of us were like, "Yeah, and." I get it.
What do you want her to be nice to? Straight men?
Like exactly. Oh, so she's not nice to paparazzi straight douchebags.
People that don't respect her boundaries.
Shocking that she would be nice to the drag queens.
The community that has embraced her completely.
I think she's a perfect judge, and I'm so glad that she was on. I don't remember her giving any like amazing critiquing, but Rebecca says Chapel put Michelle in her place, so I don't remember that exactly, but
I think she did disagree with her. Like, no, I disagree with that. Julie says, I love a judge who's excited to be there and is enthusiastic about drag. Yeah, this is the reason that I will hate Shania Twain for the rest of my life. And she's like a Canadian like superhero, but like she was kind of slightly bitchy on Drag Race, and I was like, I don't like you.
I'll say the online discourse too is that people are like, I love this challenge. I fucking hated this challenge. It was a roast that they combined with like a rap battle. They had to write a rap battle roast thing, but come to find out, some people wrote some of that before they came.
Of course.
So
but then others were so bad that it seemed like
at this point, what are we judging on? Because the rigor mortis did feel real in this episode. Not saying that Georges and Mistress weren't good, but you can't tell me that live in full drag because she has to go to a
Andy just says Amanda's going to be telling Joan she can't come to live in full drag because she has to go to a Chapel Roan. I would totally go to a Chapel Roan concert.
I would so go to Chapel Roan.
Yeah, great.
My issue here, the rigor mortis, in my mind, I do believe Mistress and Georges were good, but I believe they definitely put them in the top two because those are the two that stole the other girls' points and then knew they wouldn't get a single other point from anyone in the trade-off. And so unless they wanted if they didn't want those two to move forward, they had to, or like if they wanted those two to have a chance to move on to the next part, which they do because they want drama.
Rebecca says, give me season 6 rap battle every time. Darian, like, yeah, she goes,
big girl walking down the sturdy street, walking on the sturdy street, big girl talking and the big girl walking, and it's bad, guys.
Oh,
but Ben de la Creme's one was pretty good, I thought. Except that episode is the one where he goes, it's Ben de la Creme in his house.
Oh my God.
Or something like that.
Oh my God. Me and Nick had it on our soundboard for Squirrel Friends. Ben LaCreme is in the hizzy for shiz, boy. That's what he says. Oh, and it's so crunchy. And they play it before the commercial break, and then right after the commercial break, he actually says it in the episode.
Imagine though that you're in one of those interview rooms after like a long day, and they're just like, okay, so we want you to say like some like dumb rap thing, and you're like, shishi for the his house, and then they use it and paste it. They put it in a ton of times.
Like to troll you. So good.
The Bianca rap, all of those. I really liked that one too. No, no, she better don't is what it was called.
People think that I always see that list season 6 as listed as like people's top. It's always like in a lot of people's favorite season.
I would agree. Well, to me, the GOAT season.
Creminem. That's what it was. Creminem is in the hizzy for shiz, boy.
Exactly. Creminem is in the hizzy for shiz,
boy. Okay, are we done with Drag Race? Because we got so much more to do.
Okay, I just didn't really like this challenge. Sorry, because I feel like they just used it as a way. Also, they never mentioned that Mistress Isabel Brooks's pants were like, her pussy was they were hanging down to her legs. What? And I don't understand. Why didn't you pull them up? Anyway, I'm annoyed at what she did to Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. And you know what I'm so happy about? I just saw a TikTok video this morning of Nicole Paige Brooks performing at a bar 2 years ago. And there were a total of 6 people there.
Oh, no.
And baby, this bitch is going to be booked and blessed and all over.
That was great.
Oh my God.
She's doing it right.
I'm so happy for her. She, you know, when you look I hate to compare her to Phoenix, but like she really did the return back and just have fun. Like,
yeah.
She's just having fun.
Yeah. She's not trying to win. I think she is just like, you know what? People know who I am now.
All right. You know, if I was Nicole Paige Brooks, I don't think I would think I was going to win either. Okay, guys, the Valley's pissing me off. I hate Janet. Need her to shut up. And I need this show to actually go away. I am so sick of it. I hate it.
Is Jax back on? I stopped watching it now.
I think the episode was on last night and I haven't watched it yet, but I believe he might.
I don't know. He probably rage texts Brittany, I'm going to assume, from rehab.
He's been doing that every episode. This show's nearly unwatchable. Speaking of, I'm just going to continue.
Yeah.
I saw this TikTok. Tom Girardi, Tom was driving and he flipped the car and it was snowing in Pasadena and he fell from a.
Oh my gosh! Is that a thing is that Erica Jane? Is that your
Erica Jane is like, yeah, a lot's been going on, and she's like, Tom's house was broken into, and then his car rolled down the mountain. I don't know the actual monologue, guys. Someone, I'm sure, some faggot knows the monologue by heart. And I say faggot with love. Happy Pride Month.
Was he like in jail this whole time?
I'm not sure.
Because it looks like he's wearing clothes. Like, this is how I would look if I put on my clothes from a year ago. He looks like he's fucking like wasting away. Was he in jail?
I don't think so because he was just sentenced to these 87 months on his 86th birthday. He looks real messed up.
I think they did. No, I believe he was in jail because I saw a comment saying, so they're letting him get out of jail for 2 weeks. No, he's never going back in. So like, I think they let him out of jail for 2 weeks. Oh, Jody says, Jody's still here. He's in a nursing home.
Oh, he looks, that makes sense. The unfortunate thing is he did defraud a bunch of people. And I still think Erica's a piece of shit for it. Cause she acts like
children.
Huh?
Widows and children.
Yeah. And she acts like she didn't do anything or know anything about it. Honey, everything you have is because of that. All right, moving on to something lighter. Love Hotel, guys. I hate this fucking show too. It's awful. This show is awful. And Joel Kim Booster, I was listening to one of my other podcasts, the only one I listen to, Brandy and Julie, who are controversial. So please don't associate me with the things that they sometimes say. They were saying that they think that they were giving Joel Kim Booster a bad edit after he came out saying all the things that he did about the show. Because originally he came out saying that Shannon was terrible and a total bitch, which she comes off as being because she's spiraling out on this show in a way that is like crazy. Earl doesn't eat vegetables. That's enough for Shannon to go jump in the ocean and end it all. I mean, girl. Anyway, Joel Kim Booster kind of sucks. I hate the show in general. But
I like
here's
Joel
what
Kim Booster.
I don't like him.
Well, I do. He's funny. He has some funny stand-up bits.
Well, then maybe I just hate his role on this show. Maybe the show doesn't know what to do with him, or it's just he's always holding an iPad, which you couldn't memorize the 5 lines you need to go up there.
Can I veer this conversation to Julie and Brandy adjacent for a second? Sure. And if Jody, if you're in the chat, this is more just me talking to Jody right now. Did you listen to Juicy Scoop the other day? Heather McDonald.
I hate Heather McDonald.
Okay, well, the other day she went on to a diatribe about how, and the girl she was interviewing was like, okay, about how Heather's like, people should be nicer to men because men, I have 2 sons and men's brains just don't work the same as us. So we need to stop getting mad if they're not being nice or if they're not understanding things. You just got to give them a break. We can't just be getting mad at them all the time. And then she goes, you know, I know that my husband Peter would never cheat on me. And he's not nice to me. He doesn't say nice things about me. He doesn't buy me stuff, but I know that he'll never cheat on me. So loyalty is important. So, you know, I stay with him. And the other girl's like, yeah, for sure. So what point are you making? That just
seems like a really weird message in the year 2025.
I've raised men. I've raised 2 men. I've raised 2 men, and this is the way their voices work. This is the way.
Heather's a twat. She's a dumbass Trump bitch who can go shut up. Of course, she's an apologist for men. She probably wants her boys to go out there and do whatever they want, essay anyone they want in the world, and get off with it.
Because other people have listened to. It was I'm not exaggerating. That's what it was like a whole thing where the other girl did not know how to respond, and she's like, "Yeah, I guess men." I guess
I completely believe it because she is god awful, and she would have a terrible, terrible. Fucking opinion like that.
Also, there's no way Peter hasn't cheated on her. Okay, well, let's move on.
Wait, what?
There's no way Peter hasn't cheated on her.
Well, if you say your husband hates you and doesn't even like you, but you stay with him,
he's not nice.
What?
Say nice things, but
okay. Back to sorry. Yeah. Big news coming out of Love Hotel, though. Okay, guys, because Love Hotel currently on Love Hotel, Luann. Countess Luann de Lesseps is still pining between 2 men. Though on Julie and Brandy, they talked about Love Hotel and they were like, no man on this show is strong enough to be with Luann. She is chewing them up, spitting them out, like, because she's just a man eater. And I was like, you know what? That makes sense. But, guys, what do we see here? A very candid, candid photograph of Luann sitting on her Vespa or her little scooter, applying some lip gloss, really featuring that left hand, because
oh my God,
we got a big rock on that one finger. Do we think it's one of the guys from Love Hotel?
Or she's just trolling us. Well, good. Thank God she's married. Now she has a reason to live, right? Now she can be happy.
I don't think Luann needs a husband.
I don't think she wants a husband. I think she's doing great.
I've been rewatching New York, and I am back in season 8 or 9 where they're in Mexico for this tequila trip. And the way her and Sonia are together, those 2 have eaten each other out 1 billion%.
Crappy Lake?
The 2, not on Crappy. No, this was in Real Housewives of New York. There's like a 2-episode stint where they go to Tequila, Mexico with Bethany, and Sonia is wasted beyond belief, and she goes up getting to try and kiss on Luann, and then Luann is like, "Oh yeah, you love me. You think I'm sexy. You think I'm so sexy." And she gets her off of her, but then later Sonia's laying there on this like chaise thing, legs split, basically rubbing her vagina. And Luann's like, oh my God, look at her. She wants me so bad. And then Luann gets on top of her and lays on top of her. And I'm like, these 2 have eaten each other's pussies 1 billion%.
There's a 16-year-old in my house right now.
Oh.
It's fine. You're fine. Who knows what the deal is?
It's Pride Month, y'all.
It is Pride Month. Obesia says, why am I here? I don't know, because you're fucking cool as hell.
Babe, well, you commented though, love.
Hey,
give us
we're in our
a
engagement.
heart.
Jody says, Ramona poops on the floor. Scissoring isn't out of the realm of possibility.
Fortune themes. I don't go ahead on this. I don't care.
Oh, this is just something I saw, and I was actually really shook by it. I sent it to Nick, and Nick's response was classic Nick. He goes, "Oh, I saw that yesterday and was going to send it to you, and then I forgot." I was like, "Yeah." But Fortune Feimster and her wife Jax have broken up after 5 years, is it? Okay, but they're broke up. She put together a statement, but I just find this my heart goes out to her because do you ever listen to Handsome podcast? I was obsessed with it for a bit. Of course,
I remember.
And then I got really over it real quick because I find Tig, who I respect so much as a comedian. I think she's one of the funniest people ever. She's not really that relatable on this show. And it comes across as a little grating. But anyway.
I don't really want to listen to podcasts from rich celebrities. It just
takes a little condescending toward anyone who's not a vegan. And she's talks about her kids a lot too. She'll tell a story about her kids that isn't funny, and then May and Fortune have to be like, "Oh, it's so funny," and you just want to die. But anyway, they're all three of them constantly talk about how happy they all are in their marriages, and sometimes I just sit there and just thank God I've never been happier. And Fortune this whole time has been like, "Me too. Nothing could ever break us up," and I just feel bad that she kind of had to do that. She had to kind of go. Just it sucks when you're in an unhappy marriage and then you kind of have to pretend like everything's fine because your two co-hosts keep talking about their wives.
Well, I am very much pro-divorce. If you don't want to be together, don't.
Yeah. Hi, Beaker
Face.
Jody says, "Oh, congrats. Divorce sucks and being divorced is amazing."
And yeah. Sarah agrees on giving up Handsome because she said Tig's annoying.
No, look, her stand-up that was about Taylor Dane is one of the funniest bits in history. I respect her. I love her documentary, but on that show, she's not great. And you know what I didn't do is go write a scathing review, telling her how awful she is and how the other co-host should leave her. I actually just unsubscribed and stopped listening to her.
Yeah, but maybe she was, she probably didn't have an annoying voice or sing-songy or,
Yeah, talks over the other co-host. Anyway. What's next?
Great. Let's get into this. I almost banned this because this is not Pride. This is anti-Pride Month. I'm sorry. I know this is about a strapping, possibly gay, but anyway.
Tyler Baltierra. No, if anyone remembers from last week, I should have kept that Caitlyn picture of her in those cool pants. But Caitlyn Baltierra from Teen Mom came out last week that somebody had been catfishing her as pretending to be Carly. Tyler and Caitlyn had to give Carly away for adoption. I know that's probably not the way you're supposed to say it, but she gifted her daughter to Brandon and Teresa.
They were on 16 and pregnant, and their route was to put their daughter up for adoption.
They went the adoption
because it was definitely the best thing to do. But now they have, even though they decided that it would be give it to the other people, they've decided they believe that they should be able to contact her anytime they want, or that the girl even wants anything to do with them. Because I'm going to take a wild guess and say she probably doesn't want anything to do with you.
Definitely not. Oh, by the way, Rebecca, thank you for the super sticker.
Rebecca, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You're a doll.
But gifted her. Yeah, I know. I know. Sometimes I really talk out of my ass here. But so they're obsessed with Carly, is their original daughter. And they are the whole thing has been that Brandon and Teresa are we need to take a break and please leave us alone. So Caitlyn and now Tyler, it's come out, has also been catfished. I don't know if it's the same person. It might be a different person or the same person operating under two of Carly's friends' aliases. And Caitlyn, there was a couple texts that came out, but Tyler, you can go find this anywhere. There are, I think, 32 screenshots of him having this fucking conversation with a teen.
One of his daughter's friends.
Yeah. And the whole thing is planning all the different, getting information about what Carly's allowed to do, what she's not allowed to do. If we came to her school, could we, but yeah, that's the account that me and Caitlyn set up, our ghost account so that Carly can contact us there. Do you think Carly would want to see us?
I'm just going to say a
not
hard
great.
truth here is that if these people actually had to, I don't know, have a real job that wasn't jerking off on OnlyFans or being on Teen Mom, they would probably be a little more preoccupied than stalking out their daughter that wants nothing to do with them and going and tracking her down at church. Girl, get a grip. You're freaks.
I was
Leave
just,
it. Just let it go at this point. Oh my God.
Well, they think they have a right to her. Yeah, they're stalking. Yes, they are fully stalked. I mean, now look, I hate Brandon and Teresa. I find them to be, I find Teresa to be very reminiscent of Robin Brown from Stitchwise. But I'm fully on their side now. If they want to say, if they want to get a restraining, I would get a restraining order. If I
probably would too.
Like, it's enough. This is ridiculous. Like, are you kidding? Because then online and on the show, they're saying, no, we respect the boundaries. We're never going to talk about them again. But then knowing that also, it's very sinister, knowing that they're saying that they're going to be okay. And now they're doing all this like under wraps. It's kind of horrifying.
What do you think? Like, I'm just going to say they're not intelligent. Pardon me. They're not intelligent enough to realize that, like, honey, what's the end game here? You think you're going to go stalk her down and then she's going to be like, oh my God, my adoptive parents have like kept me captive and they haven't let me talk to you and they don't want me to have it. Girl, I'm pretty sure she's old enough that she's making some decisions herself. So get it together, children, and go do something else. They have other children too, don't they?
They have 3 daughters.
Okay, so spend some time on the other kids.
By the way, this picture was taken from Tyler's Instagram because I went over there to actually find a wholesome picture of him. And this is really just kind of all that's on there.
And I guess this thing at the bottom is his penis hanging down.
Well, this is him squatting. And he does
just a little bit of information that I did give to Amanda before we jumped on here is that if you want to see just about any man naked, or you need like, she's like, oh, I don't know if his dick pics are available online because it's, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. If you type in
read out some of the comments from there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sorry.
I think I'm totally not even on it, but there's this website called LPSG, which stands for Large Penis Something Support Group, I think.
All right, love it.
Anyway, so if you type in, if you write like Tyler Baltierra and then type LPSG, you come up with an entire forum with there's millions of things, and literally here are some of the comments. I'm just gonna recount one from my head. It's like, I need to eat his shithole and have him force fuck my throat or something like that.
That was verbatim what it said. He needs that little hole filled right now. And I was like, God, gay men are really scary too sometimes.
And I said, well, they are men at the end of the day.
I don't love it.
All right, guys. It's the world's shortest movie corner because right now there is nothing I want to see in theaters. There's a horror movie out right now that is kind of like adjacent to the movie Talk to Me, which is an A24 movie. In that movie, these people like hold hands with this like statue thing, and it like takes them back to this like other realm. This movie though, what's it called? Bring Her Back, I think. I've heard that it involves a lot of like kids being like things happening to kids, which I don't like. So I don't want to see it. And I don't, I don't know. I don't know what's coming out because I'm not seeing the Lilo and Stitch.
Watch like an old movie and come and bring it and talk about it.
I did watch something, but I forgot what it is. I do want to mention for a second the Lilo and Stitch movie. The live action, because, you know, over the last LPG. What is LPG?
See, I told you what Jody's infiltrated.
That's LPG.
Jody can detect the LPG. You're not going to like it, Joan. This can be interpreted 2 ways, right? Little people gene. See, John gets so upset with me over here. He's like, I don't think we should say that. I'm like, do you know the kind of shit we're talking about on Mondays, Joan?
I do, because I sit and I watch your entire live every Monday.
Apparently you do. All right. Okay.
What was I saying? Oh, guys, don't see the Lilo and Stitch movie. I would see it, but they changed everything about it. and in fact made it propaganda. So
I think that
you.
Stitch looks like a French bulldog.
Oh, okay.
Or rather, French bulldogs look like Stitch.
My number one movie that I'm excited for this summer, obviously the Jonathan Bailey Jurassic Park movie.
All right,
That's it, babe.
Jay Schwa says, Amanda's actually more PC than many. And Jody says, I'm a scientist. Sorry. Okay. Let's move on to my wormhole, I guess. It's gonna be short because it's something I've been blathering on over weeks. All right, my wormhole this week is okay, Joan. This is gonna be kind of me begging you to fucking watch this. Have you watched the rehearsal yet? No.
Which one? The second one?
You can just start with season 2. It has nothing to do with the first one, except it has references, but like more for like diehard fans that you can see.
I'll consider it. How many episodes are there?
6, and they're half an hour, except the finale is an hour.
Okay, I think I could probably do that.
Do you like that kind of comedy?
It's hard to say because sometimes just watching, I don't know that I like when it's just like, it feels like you're making fun of people.
That's not what it is. It's him.
Know.
He's almost goading them to make fun of him. Because people are like, is this guy fucking for real?
But he gets...
Everyone wants you to watch it. Everyone in the comments.
Carol's even commenting here. But I gotta watch it.
Beaker says, I binged season 1 rehearsal starting season 2 tonight.
Okay.
Anyway, I've been watching Nathan For You. Honestly, like if you just want to kind of get into this slowly, it's almost canon for the rehearsal. Start with that because they're like 20-minute episodes and a lot of
those
classic
are individual like storylines too, right? Like each episode's different.
Each episode has like 2 kind of storylines. There's one with a caricature artist that is so funny. And on that same one has the famous one where like the guy's like, oh, I drink my grandson's pee. And Nathan breaks for like a rare moment. But
that's on Nathan For You?
That's on Nathan For You. It's like season 2, episode 1.
Okay.
But check out, but honestly, John, you can easily get through the rehearsal. It's deep. It's about plane crashes. Sully Sullenberger. Evanescence is like a major part of it. Do you like Evanescence? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
they used to do this thing at my school where they would set up these, I think this must have been a traveling thing. Mind you guys, I did also graduate in 2004, so this was about 2002 or so. They would set up these like 3 giant screens like across the entire stage, and they would like go on the walls too. And it would play this video that was like geared towards like, hey, if you feel like, you know, you want to end it all, then you need to like find friends. And it's like it was this, please, someone tell me they know what I'm talking about, because they would, in that, they would always play Evanescence songs and Linkin Park songs, because it would be like, bring me to life. And then it's like a person being like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. I think it was
actually, I mean, there's no way to really spoil the rehearsal because there's so much going on that comes together at the end. But remember how I told you that story a couple of weeks ago about that girl that was like in like an episode and she was like, they lied about what this was and there was no competition. That gets wrapped up too. So it's like, bitch, you should have kept your damn mouth shut and now you're totally blacklisted.
So which one was the one then that performed like on...
So you did see that. Yeah. So like that was kind of the end. And now that girl, so like the winner technically is becoming a huge deal.
Well, they performed freaking on who was that? I can't remember.
Fallon or something. Some, you know.
Okay.
Okay, Jody. It's like she just throwing out inside jokes from like 2 years ago on our podcast. Okay. That's all.
Okay, I'm like, huh? Okay, great.
That's it. TikTok.
TikTok, you don't stop.
All right, it's nice. What an easy show. We can just kind of relax and hang out now for the next 10 minutes. So.
Speaking of relaxing and hanging out, this is what the first thing that is being, like, I'm just scrolling. This is being advertised to me. It's being called a unique gifts for girls. This is a multi-use lumbar cushion for office something. Guys, this is a sex pillow.
You know what it actually is.
What? This is being marketed on TikTok as a unique gift for girls? Let me know in the comments. Would you guys like this gift? Anyway, then the other night, it's been really nice here. So I've been like at night, I'll sit outside and it's like lovely at night.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm scrolling on TikTok, and I saw a TikTok.
Wait,
that
wait, before you go, can I ask you a question? When you're sitting outside, are you looking out at just a clear view with no cars parked in front of your house?
Honey, I'm sitting in my backyard. I'm not sitting in the front yard.
Oh, you're not one of those people that sit outside the front of their house looking at everyone.
Currently, the propaganda, I believe they're trying to do a propaganda this is for Lilo and Stitch, to like make people feel like the tourism and the like colonization of Hawaii was a good thing, where the original Lilo and Stitch movie had a lot of underlying commentary on the colonization of Hawaii, and this one more represents like, Nani, the girl who says Ohana means family, family means never be left behind. She decides she's gonna give Lilo up at the end of the movie so that she can go off to college, which great. She should be able to go to college, but the original movie was that she doesn't give her sister up. So you've changed the entire premise of the movie. And guess what? It is okay. It is okay. Gabriel, you're right. It probably wasn't trying to say all that, babe, but
John was just really stoned when he was seeing
representation
so
matters. And in that, I just think, also the character Pleakley, they de-yassified him. So sorry.
I've never seen the original. That's like right when I stopped watching Disney movies.
What was the other one you'd never seen that I was like, girl, get it right?
Hercules, but I did watch that the other day. Roger Bart is the
Moana. You've never seen Moana.
I saw Moana with Radu, but I was like wasted, shockingly.
Okay.
Remember it.
Oh.
Is season 2 better than season 1 for the rehearsal, Mandisha? Yes. Yes.
Season 2 is better than season 1?
It's the best, I think it's the best season of television, ever. That includes, The Office.
Wow.
5. Yeah. It's great. I mean, it's its own thing, but yes, it's better.
I was scrolling on TikTok, and just a TikTok came up that made me laugh, crying to a point that I haven't cried, and I have not laughed like that in a very hot minute, and it just really, I loved it. So here it is. It says, "This is why I don't let my mom take photos of me, because what the fuck is this?" And it's like a girl in a pool. She looks very
I bet the comments are hilarious on this, by the way.
They are. And I put a photo with the comments in.
I didn't touch anything.
Where did it go? I'm gonna have to pull some up at least here and read it. Okay, so
horrifying.
It continues, and this is what the girl looks like. I scroll to this photo, and I am
my god,
bawling my eyes out because I'm also reading the comments.
It's like one of the
top comment, right? With 500,000 likes on this comment. "Welcome to Earth?" ? Next one, "My precious," with a picture of Gollum.
Accurate.
And then in the next 10 years, this photo will become a siren theory, which I don't know what that means. But then another person is like, a few years ago, this would have totally been a creepypasta thing, which it reminds me of this website. Do you guys remember the website Snopes, where you would go on and it would debunk shit? This photo would so be on there because I used to go on there and make myself so freaked out by looking at shit. And it would be like, an alien came to Earth. This gives me the vibes of what would be on a cover of that one magazine that Bat Boy was in. What was that?
National Enquirer. But do you know, or Star Magazine? Do you know? Okay, you're gonna be like, that's the most Amanda thing you've ever done. I was obsessed with Snopes because I love trivia and I would look at Disney Snopes a lot. But this was in 1998, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote in to Snopes to complain because they said one of the things was Mariah Carey has a 7-octave range, and I wrote them. 14-year-old Amanda wrote in and was like, "Just so you know, that's actually impossible," which it is. And somebody wrote right back to me and they're like, "Thank you so much. We'll make sure to go fix it." But then they didn't.
Wow.
That's the pettiness of teenage Amanda.
See, that just reminded me of one time when I called into a radio station in 3rd grade to tell them that I had a crush on Baby Spice.
Oh, we're like, she's so fabulous.
This literally was like, they were wanting you to say who had crushes on her or something, and I called them like Emma Bunton, and I think they were like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Baby Spice."
They're like, "Ma'am, can you speak up?" Did you actually think you had a crush on her, or were you like trolling them?
Huh?
Did you think you had a crush on her? Or were you like
I don't think
trolling?
I think I had a visual, like a crush on the idea of a Spice Girl, but I was not like, let me fuck Baby Spice. It was not that.
Right. It's that kind of confusing thing. A lot of teenage girls go through that. My favorite book, Prep, has a whole storyline about that, where like you become obsessed with another girl, but it's like not sexual, but you like, it's like you want to be them almost.
Oh.
You know? It's like a thing we all kind of go through. It's like teachers and stuff like that. Anyway, Jay Schwa says, Amanda, don't even start on your MC bullshit. I will only defend a few celebs. And she's one. Oh, no, I love Mariah Carey. I mean, have you seen her Cribs episode?
Love Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Her Cribs episode, fabulous.
Yeah.
And I mean, her old songs, amazing.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's it for today. That was a nice, easy breezy episode. I felt a real camaraderie with everyone. How do you feel, Joan? Am I losing you?
I'm looking through the comments.
Yeah.
What movie should I watch, Mandisha? Is it Lilo and Stitch? I'm not watching it. Okay.
Next week next week he's gonna be like, I saw Lilo and Stitch,
and I'll be like, you know what? I really didn't think I was gonna like this, but I loved the pro-colonialism message.
And then you will have not watched The Rehearsal, even though everyone in the comments is telling you to. Okay. Well,
probably.
Are we done, John? Can you do a little quick wrap up here?
Yes. Can you make sure that you guys are here at the same time on Friday? You don't have to watch the And Just Like That episode. It's still really fun because last week what we do is we have a couple bullet points and then we go wrap on how much we are annoyed by Carrie's hat, how much we think it's stupid that Seema's storyline was that she lit a cigarette in bed and burned her mattress up. Guys, And Just Like That sucks. But join us on Friday, same time as this, and watch our episode because we're doing the recap drop on Tuesday. So here's our schedule for now. Tuesday, drop of the recap. Wednesday, drop of... Oh, wait, no. Wait,
sorry, Monday, drop of our Patreon.
Yeah. Tuesday, mainstream, And Just Like That. Wednesday, the weekly roundup.
Yeah.
Friday, the live. Holy hell, you guys. No wonder I'm like...
It's a lot.
Guys, we love you so much. And we're so glad that you guys are here. Rebecca, you're amazing.
Share
copy, baby.
Stay around in 1 second and leave a comment telling us how fabulous we are. And leave a review on iTunes, I guess. There's a thing that says write a review. There'll be stars, I think. They make it hard. I will say that. It's annoying. It's an annoying thing.
What I'll say is if you did leave us the voicemail, please let me know if you meant that you couldn't figure out how to do a review on YouTube, or if that you understood how to do YouTube, but you couldn't figure out how to review the other things. Because my perception is that you're trying to leave a review on YouTube, but they don't let you. Oh, let's go. Okay, Rebecca, that almost made me feel like you Rebecca wrote Pride Month, let go, people, watch and comment. I thought that almost sounded a minute like you were saying, like, let it go.
That's what I thought.
Pride Month, let it go.
Can we get a live reaction to Wicked tonight? No, but we can throw it into Friday, maybe. Which I probably could.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm going to leave my computer here, Amanda, and I'll
leave my computer here too.
Once it's out.
Well,
you never know, Sarah.
You know what? I'm gonna play us out with June Joan instead of the actual Roundup thing. So we love you guys so.
Is it gonna get us a copyright thing?
Well, we already got it, so let's play it again. Thank you for joining us this month on
Because it's June. Just because it's June.
Wow.
That was smooth. Thanks, Jody.
Bye.